Number 6, if point E is reflected across the x-axis, where is point E prime located? So we're trying to find out where E prime is located. We're reflecting across the x-axis. Which number is going to stay the same, the x or the y?
The Y.
When you're reflecting across the x-axis, go back to number 1 and look. Go back to number 1 and look. When you reflect across the x-axis, which number stays the same, the x's or the y's? The x's. So the x is going to stay the same. What's going to happen to the y's? It's going to be the opposite. So this is positive 5. So what's the opposite of positive 5? Negative 5. Part B, if point G was reflected across the x-axis, circle x-axis, where is G prime located? So G prime, we're reflecting across the x-axis. Which number is going to stay the same, the x or the y? So circle the x number and write it down. So if it's reflected across the x-axis, what are we going to actually do to, how are we going to change the y? Opposite. So this is positive 30, so it's going to become negative 30. Part F, if figure I, or if point I was reflected across the y-axis, circle y-axis, where is I prime located? So if it's reflected across the y-axis, which number is going to stay the same, the x or the y? The y, so circle the y number. I prime is going to be located, so I need the y. The y, does that stay the same or change to the opposite? What did you say? Stays the same? And then what happens to the x? To its opposite. Eli, pay attention. What's the opposite of negative 20? Part D, if point I forgot to change that one. Okay, now do D. Go ahead, me too.